Ripple swell is officially here, and it's going to be a big one. When we are looking at the guest list that is going to Ripple swell, that is going to be discussing things with, of course, Ripple employees and high-ranking individuals from Ripple, it seems as though this is probably going to be one of the biggest Ripple swell events, not just around crypto, but also in the history of Ripple swell. And if you go back to the first initial Ripple swell, you already know that these events have always included extremely significant players, from the Fed to major institutional players. And at this Ripple swell, it's a little bit of a mix. We definitely have some pretty stacked players at this swell, but we also have major individuals from, of course, the US government. We recently talked about this, but I do think that this is going to be an event that almost everyone around this space, even if you don't hold XRP, maybe you don't even follow Ripple, I still think you should be locked in on this event because there's going to be a lot of great discussions around finance, around tech, around the policy behind crypto. And I just think that there's going to be a lot to really, grasp from this and also to even learn from this. Now, if we're looking at the speakers list, we've been talking about it for the last couple, weeks or so. There's a lot of great names. Adina Friedman from NASDAQ. Obviously, the NASDAQ have been really kind of targeting tokenization initiatives. They want to go 24/5 with trading. That obviously does include, of course, crypto tech. And then also, the White House is going to be there. Patrick Witt from the White House, the executive director of the President's Council of Advisors for Digital Assets, which we also talked about recently, is going to be there. Probably talking about, what's next for crypto in the US, how the US can embrace this type of tech. We know stablecoins have always been a big focus from the US government, so this is definitely a big one. And then also outside of that, just some very prominent names from, names like BNY. We also have down here, major crypto exchanges, Citi, Franklin Templeton. We also have BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise. I mean, the list here is absolutely stacked. Even JP Morgan will be at this event. So, when we think about what's really going on here, I just find it so crazy that, crypto is at this point where, we've always talked about the convergence of TradFi and DeFi, but we're now at the point where Ripple is holding an event like Swell, and you have some of the biggest players being a part of it. And also when we think about the agenda at hand, we do have a full breakdown of what's going to be discussed. Obviously today, we are going to see a few major updates, like for example, the fireside chat with Adina Friedman, definitely going to be a big one, impact of tokenized financial assets on capital markets, things like that. So, again, there's going to be a lot of great discussions happening today. By the time that this video does go live, I'm sure that you guys will probably see a few updates from this event, especially if you are attending the event today. But I'm really excited about tomorrow as well, because again, on the 5th, there's going to be a lot of great discussions. I will be out of office for the 5th. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I told you guys on X. I also announced it on the channel. My wife will be delivering our first child on the 5th. So, I will be out of office on the 5th going forward. I will be recording some content ahead of time for you guys as well. But, I will be out of office regarding some of those updates from the 5th. So when I get back, we will definitely go over a few of these. But beyond that, I wanted to talk about some of the recent moves that Ripple has been making, because I mentioned that Ripple swell, we typically start to see acquisitions and moves being made from Ripple leading into, during, or after a big event like this. And it's not even just Ripple swell. We saw this with XRP Apex. We saw it with recent events in the past as well. And, over the last couple weeks, we've been witnessing some pretty big moves from Ripple like this one. Over the last couple days, it has come to my attention that we are now witnessing more and more users having money frozen on exchanges like MEXC. This is a big issue, and it's an issue that plagues the crypto space. It's at a time where these exchanges are not fully regulated. It's a big issue. This is why when I've always mentioned, if you wanted to hold your crypto in custody, it could be cold storage. It doesn't matter where you are holding it. Never hold it on these exchanges. Now, I will say ITrustCapital does offer a premium custody account which provides you institutional grade custody. This is a US based company with live client service and support. And you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 on this platform, which is a closed loop system that is extremely secure with low fees. We could also see here that ITrustCapital does provide you with every single thing that you possibly need when you are buying, selling, or holding crypto on their platform. If you guys do want to sign up with a premium custody account today, you guys are more so welcome to do so through my link that is down in the description below. If you deposit $1,000, you get a $100 funding bonus on top of it. And with that being said, let's jump back on into the video. Ripple Prime breaks ground in the US today with the launch of digital asset spot prime brokerage capabilities, allowing clients to execute OTC spot transactions across the most prominent digital assets and stablecoins, including both XRP and ROUSD. This is very exciting because, again, this is a major expansion into the US market for the first time in a very long time. We talked about for years this big SEC lawsuit that Ripple was fighting. It was a huge obstacle for Ripple to expand in the US. And now we are starting to see this become a reality of Ripple expanding in the US because that SEC case is behind us. Now, looking into this announcement, we have down here Ripple, a financial technology company that offers crypto solutions for businesses, today announced the launch of digital asset spot prime brokerage capabilities for the United States market. US-based institutional clients are now able to execute OTC spot transactions across dozens of the most prominent digital assets, including both XRP and ROUSD. Following the acquisition of multi-asset prime brokerage Hidden Road, Ripple has combined its licenses with Hidden Road's solutions under Ripple Prime, providing new capabilities where institutions can seamlessly access foreign exchange, digital assets, derivatives, swaps, and fixed income. The launch of OTC spot execution capabilities complements our existing suite of OTC and cleared derivative services in digital assets and positions us to provide US institutions with a comprehensive offering to suit their trading strategies and needs. And we love to see this. This is going to be huge. And of course, with this launch, Ripple Prime's US-based clients can cross-margin OTC spot transactions and holdings with the rest of their digital asset portfolio, including OTC swaps and CME futures and options. So yeah, this is definitely another huge move from Ripple behind their recent acquisition, and this does include both Ripple and ROUSD and XRP. So everything that Ripple has been doing recently definitely complements XRP in some way, shape, or form. And we've talked about this even, with Brad Garlinghouse recently putting a spotlight on the fact that XRP is at the center of almost every single thing that Ripple has been doing. And I think that this is, just more confirmation of that. Now, also on top of that, we just got another big update from Ripple, and that's this one, right? This goes back to October 16th. This was Ripple acquiring G Treasury. This was another big move from Ripple. And again, this is all based around October. There was multiple moves made from Ripple in October. But we just got another one, and that's Palisade. That's right. We have Palisade Inc. has been acquired by Ripple. Our wallet as a service platform will help power Ripple's next-gen custody and payments infrastructure, bringing our technology to businesses worldwide. Same team, now at enterprise scale. This is just the beginning. I'm very excited about this because, again, with every single acquisition that we have been witnessing from Ripple, there's been a few things to really put a spotlight on, right? A lot of the recent ones have been based around payments, institutional grade focus, but all of these acquisitions are building out core infrastructure. When it comes back to Palisade, right? This is a digital asset custody infrastructure company. This is all infrastructure. They are gaining something out of all of these acquisitions. This one is a wallet as a service platform. When we think about G Treasury, okay, this is a treasury management infrastructure, essentially. When it goes back to even Hidden Road, right? The Hidden Road acquisition was a full-on prime brokerage service infrastructure. We are witnessing the big picture coming together here. even when you go over to Palisade's website, we could see purpose-built wallet infrastructure for stablecoins and payments. Rapidly secure and scale your Web3 operations with our wallets API. We can see over here just an example of what this would look like. But when we look at the names tied back to this platform, it's very clear that Ripple is focused on these deep connections that are already working with Ripple in some way, shape, or form. If we go back up here, right? Zonix is already working with Ripple. This got announced back in, I want to say like late 2024. They've been working on tokenization initiatives. Outside of that, Flare has been working closely with Ripple forever now, and a few of these other names are kind of close to Ripple. They're not really working with them, but if we're looking at all of the products that Palisade does have, they have wallets, they have governance, they have payments, treasury management, tokenization, and then they also have a new platform coming soon, which is Watchtower. But this is full-on wallet infrastructure for stablecoins and payments. Almost all of this is still on par with the Internet of Value. Now we go over here to Ripple's official announcement of this, which is institutional grade asset custody just got supercharged. We are acquiring Palisade. Palisade offers a fast and scalable wallet solution ideal for on and off ramps and global corporate payments. This integration accelerates value transfer across Ripple payments and Ripple custody. Secure custody enables the on-chain economy from safe storage to seamless transfer. We are building the Internet of Value. Like I said, when we put a spotlight on all of the acquisitions that Ripple has made, they are building out and acquiring core pieces. It's almost like Ripple is looking at these acquisitions as, all right, well, what pieces are we still missing to this puzzle? Let's go out, acquire them, and gain those pieces. This is all to build the Internet of Value. Now, if we go over to the official announcement from Ripple, here we have the full breakdown. So Ripple's custody momentum continues, acquires Palisade to offer comprehensive digital asset custody solution. Now, Ripple already did have a custody solution under its belt, right? They acquired Medico, which did recently become Ripple Custody. That's definitely a big one. This is just more reinforcing of the custody side of Ripple. But also they gain a few other things. We have here Ripple, a financial technology company that offers crypto solutions for businesses, today announced the acquisition of digital asset wallet and custody company Palisade. The acquisition will significantly expand Ripple's custody capabilities to directly serve the core needs of fintechs, crypto native firms, and corporates. Ripple Custody is designed for banks and financial institutions who want to safely secure digital assets, stablecoins, or RWAs. With this acquisition, Ripple can now serve a broader set of customers and use cases. Palisade brings a secure, fast, and scalable wallet as a service technology designed for the quick movement of value and easy integration, making it ideal for the high-speed use cases of customers who need an out-of-the-box solution ideal for high-frequency transactions on and off ramps and payments. Secure digital asset custody unlocks the crypto economy and is the foundation that every blockchain-powered business stands on. That's why it's central to Ripple's product strategy. This is from the president of Ripple, Monica Long. She also mentioned that corporates are poised to drive the next massive wave of crypto adoption. Just as we've seen major banks go from observing to actively building in crypto, corporates are now entering the market, and they need trusted licensed partners with out-of-the-box capabilities. The combination of Ripple's bank-grade vault and Palisade's fast, lightweight wallet makes Ripple Custody the end-to-end provider for every institutional need, from long-term storage to real-time global payments and treasury management. Ripple Custody is already trusted by Tier 1 global institutions, including Absa Bank, BBVA, DBS, Societe Generale, Forge, and more. It's designed to act as a secure vault for institutional crypto, offering a tamper-proof audit trail and cryptographic approval process ideal for compliance. It supports management of multiple vaults, providing a complete view across assets and venues. Palisade's lightweight architecture combines governance and security features, including multi-party computation and zero-trust architecture with fast wallet provisioning, multi-chain support, and DeFi integration. Now, these are the full key breakdowns here. So multi-party computation, MPC, security solution that splits wallet keys into key fractions or shards. Zero trust architecture requires strict verification for every user and device attempting to access network resources. Fast wallet provisioning quickly creates and deploys new digital wallets for customers at scale. Multi-chain support, hold and manage digital assets across different blockchains. DeFi integration, interact with decentralized finance protocols such as lending or yield platforms. So when we think about this, they are targeting mass adoption. This is all fully focused on through scale. That's why that fast wallet provisioning, this is all built in to handle scale. But it's also built around DeFi initiatives because we know Ripple is fully focused on institutional DeFi. If we're looking here, Palisades technology will also directly integrate into Ripple payments, complementing use cases that require mobilizing value quickly and efficiently. It will provide the core infrastructure for subscription payments or collection capabilities, securely provisioning wallets at scale, facilitating high-speed transaction signing, and sweeping funds efficiently to operational accounts. Ripple continues to enhance its custody solution for enterprise adoption, including integrations with top crypto compliance providers like Chainalysis and even Elliptic. With over a decade of experience and 75 plus regulatory licenses and registrations globally, Ripple is uniquely positioned to bridge traditional finance and decentralized finance. And of course, yes, they do mention all of their acquisitions already. Ripple has invested approximately $4 billion into the crypto ecosystem through strategic investments and M&A. And if we're looking at this right, we have Hidden Road. We also have Rail. We have G Treasury. I mean, guys, this is their fourth acquisition in a single year. Ripple is going crazy with their acquisitions, but it's all to build out core infrastructure because they know what's coming. They know the next wave here is not just going to be institutional grade adoption. It's also going to be enterprise grade adoption, which leads to mass retail grade adoption. But all of these acquisitions are a strategic push from Ripple to make sure that they have that all-in-one platform. And if you think about this, when it comes back to XRP or even ROUSD, yes, they are all the focus here. We know that it's all the focus because we have been told many times over that everything that Ripple is doing has XRP in mind. So this is very exciting. I'm very excited about the future. Definitely lock in on Ripple Swell. I do expect there to be a lot of great announcements from Ripple Swell. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on to never miss a future update. And also, if you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.